I need to stop clicking T. It's playing too much ARC.
Yeah. So, the young man at work happens to be a big fan of the Bay movies, Bay Transformer movies.
Oh.
I put into his hands the 86 movie. And I told him ahead of time, I'm not defending it. But you need to see where it all started.
Honestly, I like that movie by far more than any of the Bay movies.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Just because, well, I mean, I was watching a, Ask Mojo video.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 list of top 10 scenes in Transformers. Or iconic scenes.
Yeah.
And they left out, while it's a hated scene, it is iconic, of the birth of Rodimus.
Mm-hmm.
And both the arrival on Earth scene and Prime's attack.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see how you can have an iconic list of... the Prime fighting Megatron...
Yeah.
From that was made it, but that was like the only scene from the 86 movie.
Wow. And the rest were Bay movies?
Most of them were Bay movies. There was the death of Dinobot from the animated, from Beast Wars, and then Megatron screwing with time by blasting the original Prime from Beast Wars. And then the rest were from the movies.
I wouldn't place Megatron screwing with Prime and Beast Wars on that list, in my personal opinion. I mean, Dinobot dying, yeah, because that was honestly heartbreaking at its time. But man, that's crazy.
Yeah, the rest were from the movies. And it's a top 10 list, and the thing is, I was like, okay, I can accept them because the movies are the most recent thing.
Mm-hmm.
Having the movies, at least one sequence from the movies per movie.
Well, was the theme Transformers as a whole? Well, it
Yes.
had to be because it was Beast Wars.
Yes.
Huh. Wow, that's painful.
Huh?
Again, I don't defend the original 86 movie. It has its problems, a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
But I do prefer it over the Bay movies for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Idle.
Yes. Stan Bush.
It
Weird
is...
Al.
Yes. It is a great movie.
Yeah.
Just for sit-down enjoyment, popcorn flick. It is... Mm-hmm. And honestly, well, I agree with a lot of things people said about the Bay movies.
Yeah.
I did think the most recent Bay movie was arguably the best so far, despite everybody else disagreeing with me.
Yeah, I've heard what I've heard so far, and this was said in the stream actually. Whoever the gentleman that was there that's been in your stream so far, pretty much saying that it's probably one of the best iterations of Megatron in a long time. Oops. And from the visuals I've seen, he looks pretty damn menacing. Properly menacing.
Yeah. Well, what I liked about it was, it had a functional story. The problem was it didn't have to be a Transformer story.
Right. You got those.
And that, it could have been any generic Hollywood alien.
Mm-hmm.
Could have taken the role of the Transformers. They didn't have to have the Transformers to be for the movie to work.
Yeah.
That's been my only problem with it.
Yeah, they have to understand, and this probably just comes from the writers they chose and the fact that Beautiful Bay was all into it and everything, but you have to have a good story first. Like superhero movies, I think we've talked about it before. Having a good story involving superheroes will always be better than a superhero movie.
Yeah.
I've got the glitch. Damn it.
Well, you can keep the glitch.
Looks like my bar's not showing it, but I'm afraid to grind anymore. But anyway, a lot of the stuff the young guy he told me about, he pretty much I expected him to do this. He doesn't know how to restrain himself when he's talking about things like that. But I don't get bent out of shape over spoilers. From what I gathered from it, and you've already watched it, right? You've already watched it.
Yes.
Okay. Spoiler alert! Prime calling himself Nemesis Prime. I like that idea because Nemesis has never actually had a real portrayal, except in Transformers Prime itself. He's always just been an obligatory black repaint of Prime. So Prime being Nemesis for that short amount of time, that's a cool idea.
Oh yeah.
Commend him
No,
for that.
I like the nods that they had towards the original series in this. Again, we're continuing with spoilers on it.
Yes.
How much have you been told?
Pretty much scene for scene.
Okay.
I know about
So
Quintessa. I know about.
You know what Earth is.
Yeah, it's Unicron.
Yeah.
Which pulls from the Prime universe, which, again, thumbs up on doing a good Unicron. Even though some of the how they do it is not so great, but...
Well, we haven't met Unicron. We've just seen his sleeping body.
Yeah, and his prongs, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Were you telling me about that?
I haven't talked to you about it.
Somebody was telling me basically the prongs, his maw prongs or whatever, were like in weird, odd places, but due to plate shift, they're not where they're supposed to be, even though it's just kind of didn't make sense how it was being explained to me at the time.
Yeah, well, since we don't know what their form of Unicron is, can't really say he's the he's the traditional mouth Unicron thing, but he has. There are 6 horns, is what they call them in the movie, but they look a lot like the smaller mouth prongs, not those 2 mandibles, but the other ones. And
I'm going to relog since this bug won't go away.
Okay. And he, those are supposed to be in a circle around Stonehenge.
Okay. Yeah,
but
somebody had mentioned that too. Who was I
but
talking
they,
to about that? It might have been a review I was watching. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah. Plate tectonics caused them to shift, and it was kind of, what?
Right. Now, in the Prime series, Unicron was just the core, and he manifested himself through the Earth's crust. So, maybe they're doing something of that line?
Could be interesting.
Because just like I was telling young man at the store, to me, the Prime universe is the be-all, end-all to me, because it kind of accumulates all the different bits and points throughout the different continuities into something that's fairly stable. So I like it a lot. And I definitely like seeing Orion Pax as a librarian over a dock worker. So, and I still say I would love to see a pre-war Cybertronian series following a young Orion Pax and Megatronus, or whatever the hell he called himself beforehand, as the Pit Warrior or whatever, kind of leading up to the events that caused the war.
Yeah.
I would watch the hell out of that.
Now, I know there's some people that really
Excuse me.
my biggest problem with it is I'm a huge Dinobot fan.
Yeah.
And I felt that the Dinobot's potential was wasted in this one.
I could see that. And we talked about in Age of Extinction, I was quite the fan of the night motif. So much so that they forced me to buy the damn toys. I love them.
My big problem with Age of Extinction was Prime, our hero, telling the Dinobots, "Help me or I'll kill you."
Well, it's a different Prime, man. It's a continuity thing. I've accepted this Prime to be the Prime that he is. It's definitely off. It's not the grand heroic, political, almost, talkative.
It
Prime.
just seems so out of character to me, even for the new one.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, was that the same one where he literally turned his back on humanity and just said, "Nope, done with you. Let's go. We're out."
I think so.
Okay. Because I was about to use that as a defense of previous. And he's actually more violent too, really.
Oh yeah.
I really wish. That's dumb. Okay. Excuse me. Where am I at? I'm upside down. Oh, that's still
Okay. Yeah, you are attached. Yes, yes, you are. Okay.
Interesting.
What?
It's not functional yet and it's deconstructing. Do you not have to build these?
Don't make me lie.
I'm gonna have to test it on the other one after it finishes eating this one. Alright. So we got that. And now we need to think about how we want to set up the small industrial area of this station. Because the majority of the industry is going to be in our little cove over here, wherever it went to. Because this being a big asteroid, we had to do more than one.
Yes. Well, we're going to have this platform and everything all rigged up over here. Couldn't we just build off, kind of flatten this stone out over here and build it? We have this plane.
Yeah.
That we're kind of playing with.
We can do that. You are glitching in and out of everything.
I am?
Yeah, I think my internet's being screwed tonight. It's like Flight of the Bumblebee over here. Would you? That's nuts. Okay. So the station, we just need oxygen, a place to spawn, which we have, and a place to sleep. Really.
Yeah.
And everything else can go outside and just kind of build to our heart's content.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Grab some plates.
I'm kind of actually... the speed at which we shifted from having...
Stranded
to being where we are.
Yeah. Whoop. I found the outside of the ship. What was this out here?
There we go.
Standard block. So, I think we've talked about it before, but I can't remember. I'm still debating whether or not to look into it. The Japanese series, Headmasters and Victory and Galaxy Force, do you feel they are worth looking into for a Transformers fan?
As a fan, and if you want... they are definitely different.
Yeah. And I'm locked up.
And if you're fine with things being...
Well, let me put it this way. I'm aware that not Headmasters, Victory, I think it is, with Genrai, it's not Prime. It's basically a mecha, right? He's not physically or spiritually there, I guess? Or is that something else I'm thinking about?
I think that's something else.
Maybe. Because I know the was it Victories that we got Power Masters from? Because I know Galaxy Force is where Star Saber and all them came from. I think.
It's been a long time since I watched any of it, so I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have a web camera on me, but if I did, you'd see smoke pouring right now.
I understand that completely.
Let's
see if I do it underneath here. Actually, there is room to do underneath. Never mind, I got it. We're good.
Oh. Something
Opinions
that
still welcomed, though.
Something that might be a good idea. If we had kind of this tower that came off the bottom of the station, and had a 4-way docking port on the bottom, so we could dock 4 ships to it, or 4 of the mini Mars.
Consider it did.
I just thought that might be an interesting way of handling that.
I like that idea.
I think I have shield generator on this.
Let's see, about 5 blocks down should be plenty to accommodate most of the smaller ships, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, if this is going to be the shipyard, do you mind me going ahead and putting another foundry down, an actual construction foundry?
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, that stupid auto-rotate. Why is that default as on?
I don't know.
You'd think they'd put that as an option to default off or something. Just to make annoying pricks like me happy. I mean, we are playing their game. We talk good about them most of the time. Most of the time.
Alright, there's that.
I'm actually beginning to wonder if that inventory glitch is something on our side, because you'd think that'd be reported by now.
Yeah.
Maybe dealt with or something.
Interior plates. Good lord, we have so much crap.
Yeah, we do.
Alright. G. What do we want? No, what's that? What's that? Catwalks, cockpit. Yeah, it was one with the code cat. What's that? Okay. That'll work, but it's not the one I was thinking about.
Alright, oxygen generators. And might as well put a few tanks in just to be safe. Since we are out in a lot of sunlight, do you want to put out some farms just for the sake of generating a little bit in case we run out of ice?
Yeah.
Might be a good idea. We'll do that on the outside on the top. We are in the main corridor, so I can put a hinky-doo here.
A hinky-doo?
Mm-hmm. My full block conveyors. My most favored block.
Just remember, however you pipe it, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. One of our reactors just ran out of fuel.
Which one?
One of the large ones.
One of the ships?
Yes.
I guess I could prioritize setting up a refinery somewhere. Very nice. The nanites, considering they are modded,
Yes.
they probably won't kill the battery components when they start harvesting them, will they?
No, they won't.
Alright, that's something to consider.
Yep. And we can probably disconnect some of the docking platforms elsewhere on the base to use those resources to extend this one.
Right. The entire rear, the exit and back in, we can probably just chop off and get rid of.
Eh.
You know, right here where it kind of flattens out underneath. Here back.
I don't know. We can definitely cut this part off, but I was thinking about building the actual shipyard
Oh yeah, right. Forgot about that.
off of this prong,
Okay.
and that way we could walk out to like put the control thing for the shipyard there, and walk out and see the ship as it's taking form, which I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that works for me. Alright, so this piping section is done until we figure out where we're going to do all of that. And oxygen is ready for piping down there. You can dock the Muras.
Okay.
I'll dock one of them. If you get one, I'll get the other.
I'm actually going to dock the Manta first.
Something's weird.
What?
I'm getting some weird rubber banding like I'm connected to something. I'll lift and it kind of yanks me back down like I was being held by a gravitational pull.
Are you working again?
I think.
Well, I just docked to the station overall with the Manta.
Am I moving?
No, yes, a little. No, you're good. Jump out of the ship and then jump back in.
Done did that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Let's see if you can fly it around. Because that scared me. And I don't want to be the one to plow into the station. Okay. It's moving proper now. And it looks like we have some floating debris out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it with the grind Murrah here real quick before I dock it.
Oh, gee. I forgot about backing this thing up.
Yep. There's components. Why is
Yes.
there random? There's random components floating around.
Yes, and the nanites are picking it up.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's freaking me out.
Yeah, it should, considering there's missiles floating around right there.